We've never had a president with this little national security or foreign policy experience. We've never had a president with this little government experience. We've never taken so long to fill the senior jobs in government. We've never had a president who's had such an alienated relationship with the intelligence community from the very beginning. The national security process doesn't actually function. There have been very few principals meetings of the national security process.
Lots of principals meetings, very few NSC meetings.
NSC meetings, and we have lost one national security advisor very early on, historically fast. We have alienated our allies in a way that we've never done before, rapidly, and allies that you didn't think you could alienate. I know a lot of Australians. It's tough to alienate an Australian. We've alienated Australia.
I'm not sure I buy that, actually. Okay. I was just there last week, and I met with the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister.
And he ticked off at a lot of Australians.
And you alienated some Australians.
You know, look, there is uncertainty. Don't get me wrong. I think what you all have said. But there's a degree, you know, they just met with Madison Tillerson. They were feeling pretty good.
Well, let me carry that a step forward. I mean, first, I was going to say Australia, Mexico, Canada. You've had the Canadian foreign minister. You've had the Canadian foreign minister saying we can't depend on the U.S. anymore. You've had Merkel saying we can't depend on the United States anymore. This has never happened before and since the end of the Second World War. And I could go on, and with regard to this last point here, is where I'll stop. But you know, Mattis and McMaster, who are very distinguished men who are doing the very best they can, are playing the role of the guys in the circus parade with the brooms. And the president is moving along ahead of them, and they're following along. And there has never been the kind of disconnect between the rhetoric of a president and the rhetoric of his own team as we've seen before. And we just had this meltdown from Tillerson, who's like the lost man, the forgotten man in this administration, because of another thing we've never had, which is the son-in-law of the president playing the role of secretary of everything.